Have you been around depression ever, a man's depression? I bet you that many in my generation probably do not even know the signs. One particular theory says that depression serves a purpose in our lives. It forces you to stop, take stock of what is hurting, address it, and then move on with life. Paul Andrews, Ph.D., an evolutionary biologist and associate professor of evolutionary psychology in the Department of Psychology, Neuroscience and Behaviour at McMaster University, along with his colleague, these two are the controversial proponents of an idea that dates back to Aristotle, that depression may lead in fact to better mental health. They describe it as healthy mourning. At times, this can gradually lead to healing. At other times, it may need help from someone else to sort it out. There may also be the need for a primary support system to make it safe enough for the sufferer to mourn, particularly if it takes the form of a flat on your back depression with fatigue, a lack of motivation, torpor, the whole 9 yards. This theory quite clearly turns the standard explanation on its head. Depressed people don't end up in bed because they are undercommitted to goals as per this theory. They are in fact lying in bed because they are overcommitted to goals that are failing badly. They find it difficult to disengage efforts from failure. Think of the battered wife who cannot bring herself to leave her abusive husband, the seriously injured swimmer who cannot bring himself to retire, the laid-off employee who cannot bring herself to abandon her chosen career despite the glut in her line of work. When a man is dealing with depression, your support can influence him to confront the issue and give him a source of strength throughout his recovery process. If a guy in your life is showing symptoms of depression, it is time to talk. You're not expected to diagnose his symptoms or serve as his therapist. Your job is to encourage and support him to take the steps needed to get his health back on track. Remember that the stigma around mental illness makes it tough, very tough for a man to acknowledge that he might be depressed. Men face a lot more pressure than women within our society to push through tough times, carry a whole lot of extra weight, and be the pillar everyone else can lean on. Don't worry that bringing up the subject may make things worse. The only way things can get worse is when you don't talk about it. When you ignore the problems a man might be dealing with. It's never too early or too late to support a guy who may be fighting depression.